Dasung promised that their Paperlike U would be the world's first e-ink monitor that was actually usable. We felt usable was a pretty strong word.
There's supposed to be text up here. You're terrifying here.
But never mind that, they said. We have a new monitor that will be more powerful, more sexy, and more colorful than you could possibly imagine. Okay, wait though, colored e-ink? Now they've got my attention, and apparently yours as well. Here it is! Okay, that's pretty cool. Boasting 3K resolution, the 25.3-inch Paperlike Color boasts full color, ultra speed refresh rate, special X-color filter technology, a multicolored front light, and even a stylish backlight. But is the grass really greener now that the grass is really green? Well, you guys saw the title, so you know it's gonna be a little complicated. So let's dive into the tech that makes this thing tick and see how it handles everything from the use case that it was designed for to ones that are, well, funnier. Like this funny segue, to our sponsor.
War Thunder. You gotta admit, it would be pretty cool to fly a jet or drive a tank. Well, War Thunder's gameplay is about as close as you can get from the comfort of home. Play for free at the link below.
E-ink, the Kleenex of electrophoretic displays, works by suspending charged pigment particles in a capsule filled with viscous liquid. The capsule gets placed between two transparent electrodes that can send a charge, either attracting the particles to one side or attracting them to the other side of the capsule. If you zoom way in and you slow things down a bit, you can actually see the individual particles floating to the surface of the capsule. Then you just take a bunch of those capsules, put them in an array, and poof, you got an e-ink display. But how does color work? Well, okay, one thing you could do is you could add colored pigment to your capsules, but now hold on a second, if all we can have is a positive or a negative charge, well, how do we make sure that it's the colored particles that rise to the surface of the capsule? Well, we can change the size of the particle. If we add slightly larger particles to the mix, then we can take advantage of the momentum of larger particles. So we can hold the positive charge just a bit longer, and those larger particles will accelerate and smash their way to the top, pushing the smaller particles out of the way. But wait a second, hold the charge longer? You mean even longer than a black and white e-ink display? Yeah, like 2 frames per minute longer. So clearly, Dasung had to go a different route. Let's take a closer look. Using this handy-dandy USB microscope, we can zoom way in on this monitor and see exactly what's going on here. Would you look at that? Just like the monitor or TV that you're watching this on right now, it uses a color filter on top of the e-ink layer. But if we look closelier, things get pretty weird. What is this subpixel layout? Okay, we need red, green, and blue in order to make white, right? So here's a triangular pixel with my red, green, and my blue that I need to make white, right? And here's another one. But the problem is that in order to make another pixel that's right in line with this one, I've gotta go way over here. I'm missing an entire row. Oh wait, okay, no, I see it. We can have a triangle here, and then we can have a triangle here, and one here, and one here, and they're kind of offset. And if we look closely at the surface of the display, it's got almost like these denim lines running through it. So that makes sense. Our subpixel layout is these nested triangles, is what I would tell myself. Good job, Linus. If it wasn't for the fact that these are not subpixels. Every pixel on this 3200 by 1800 display is either red, green, or blue. To show you how this pans out in the real world, we made this test image that is a 3200 by 1800 checkerboard pattern. Now, every other pixel should be black, and every other pixel should be a color. I mean, if you look at the display, it's kind of gray. So in a sense, this red, green, and blue are making whitish, but how do they advertise this thing as 3200 by 1800? Well, my friends, because even though not every one of our pixels can impact hue, every one of our pixels does impact the brightness and saturation of that square and the overall sharpness, which is why we need to stop using the word resolution to describe pixel count, but that's a lecture for another day. Let's play with this thing. Let's try zooming in to see how this thing is gonna handle larger checkerboard. Oh, that is cool. You can actually watch the transitions. You can see the particles as they slowly darken or brighten. Let's see what happens when I move my cursor across it. Oh, hey, how you doing there, buddy? There's the little fingies on the hand icon. As you can probably imagine though, on a display that can only sort of produce white, gray introduces some unique challenges. Let's go ahead and have a look at the no signal screen. Oh, wow. Those are not supposed to look like that, are they? So it's trash then? Well, not quite. So far, everything we've done has been weird test patterns. What about real world usage? Well, the first thing I notice about it is that we still have the same issue as last time, where you're gonna see the ghost of whatever it is you were doing last on top of any new content, unless you clear the display and do a slow refresh. Okay, drawing in green, it's like kind of greenish. I can see every single pixel with the naked eye. That is not something I'm used to. This is an LG HDR test video that you guys can go watch on your own if you want to have some idea of what it's supposed to look like.
To be fair, this is like the worst case scenario for this monitor. The ghosting on black is way worse than when it's ghosting on white.
It's not for watching video, but how does it compare to the non-color one? Do we have the old, we have the old one?
It's right here.
You know what? I think the ghosting is better on the new one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's something, at least. Let's see how they hold up in video though. So we'll do the classic clear, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start our giant movie CD Laserdisc
Before we do that, we should make sure these are in the same mode. These have 5 different speeds that they can refresh at. We got fast, fast plus, fast plus plus, fast plus plus plus, and fast plus 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 plus.
Right, okay. Video mode with both of them fast plus 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 plus.
I don't know how much I need the color.
I was about to say, I really appreciate having the color.
Well, I mean, like, look here. Like, you just have these like weird specks of green. Like, nothing's really filled in. It's all sporadic, and I feel like it looks a lot smoother with the gray.
Yeah, but that shot didn't have a lot of color in it, so you weren't really getting that benefit. At least this plant is green. Like, look here. Oh, at least I can appreciate the glinting light off of this laser disc. What even is that?
But did you notice that the front light is on?
No, I mean, does that matter? Wait, this one doesn't have the light on at all. Okay. Compared to our black and white display, the color filter ends up wasting a ton of light, which defeats the purpose, kind of. Because the point of e-ink, right, is it's supposed to be more like the experience of reading off of a piece of paper with natural ambient light. And on the original black and white one, we can totally do that. The brightness of this to my eye is actually comparable to this one with the front light activated. And we found that so much light was lost that we almost always preferred to have the front light on. You guys can see just how dim it is with it powered off. But maybe there's a use case where it's still worth the trade-off. Let's take a look at word processing and document creation.
Oh, this is even great because we have highlights and stuff in here.
Yeah, like that's, ooh, really bad. Oh, goodness. It's really not sharp. Even with a clear, that looks like ass.
What if we try changing the mode?
Okay, sure. I mean, I should put this one in text mode too then.
Text mode is very, very, very aggressive with, oh, you want it black. Like, look at this, it's blue, let's go up 1 level. Oh no, that's black now.
The sharpness is okay now, but I would never edit text at this size.
No.
Like, I'd be working probably more like this. I think I would rather have my gray lighting over here than this highlighting over here with this low resolution text. Let's say I was willing to accept those compromises though. How usable is this? Let's take this document from roasting celeb and creator gaming setups and try and make some edits to it. Hold on, I'm just trying to fix the formatting here. Okay, what is happening right now?
That's the page break?
There's a page break. I can't even see it. Here, you could totally see it on this one.
Yeah, but to be fair, we are in text mode. So
Yeah,
what if
text mode. Look, no. If text mode is not what you need for editing a text document, then no. Okay, what is
there
that?
you go. I just changed the contrast button.
Okay, the rest of it.
You didn't finagle
I
enough.
can barely even read this now.
You should have finagled more. Well, that's okay. Now you can press your page break, and then you can go like this and change your mode so that it's back to be better. You know, there. Also, this is supposed to be yellow.
You wanted me to try to game on this thing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna game on this thing. But you know what? Let's do what Color E-Ink does best. Let's look at some comics.
Yes, I could see that being a legitimate use case for this. That's not that great.
Linus,
Hold
what
on,
did I tell you
hold
about finagling?
I'm working on
You gotta
the mode.
finagle.
I'm working on it. Oh, graphic mode, not bad.
And we can get the other one on. This one's also messed up now, so I'm gonna come around and give this its best shot.
If I'm reading, text sharpness is everything.
Yep, and that's way sharper.
Way, way sharper on the black and white.
Maybe a newspaper comic strip isn't the best comparison because I was like, what am I really losing in black and white here? But that's because it was smartly designed to not always be printed in color. But that's most comics. Here's where I think it actually is probably the best case scenario for it is this older Watchmen comic. And I think it does look really great. It benefits from the incredible coloring of the Watchmen series, and it does get that dot printed, cheap dot printed feeling really well.
It nails
Yeah.
this.
But when you're not looking at cheap dot printed stuff,
Falls apart pretty fast.
it's just disappointing, especially compared to like, I don't know, any other display in its price bracket. But let's game.
In a minute. First, I want to talk about the folks who might be considering a display like this in spite of all the obvious downsides. And those are people who are suffering from digital eye strain, aka computer vision syndrome. Now, I won't dispute the perceived improved comfort of using an e-ink display, but it should be noted that there is still a lack of scientific evidence to demonstrate that blue light, or any light emitted from a display, is bad for your eyes. And while some of it might be down to poor translation, Dasung makes a lot of broad medical claims that they probably haven't tested. So if you're someone who suffers from digital eye strain, rather than just taking what they're saying at face value, try following the 20-20-20 rule and make a point of remembering to blink. If you have trouble with that, keep some saline eye drops at your desk in order to improve your hydration. Of course, don't take advice about your eyes from either monitor manufacturers or YouTubers, and if you have a persistent problem, make sure you talk to a professional. All right, enough boring medical stuff, let's game. Super Meat Boy Challenge. Dasung Black and White versus Dasung Color versus Alienware 240Hz OLED. And you may be wondering, hey, what's up with that? That seems unfair.
It's the same price. Well, actually mine's $400 cheaper.
Are those the speakers built into this monitor?
Yeah.
They are not very good.
And this is Sammy. If you guys lose this and you blame your hardware, that's kind of embarrassing.
I've never played this.
One moment, please. I'd like to tweak my monitor a little bit.
Yeah, Sammy, you can also change your settings if you'd like.
Oh, look at that. Gotta get that fine tuning.
Okay, so we're just gonna go, and we're gonna go to the first level.
Go!
So you have to save the lady.
Okay, done.
Nice.
And then just mash A to get to the next
okay.
level. You can wall jump by like slamming against things.
Oh, I can't even see myself.
Linus,
Is
are
there a wall here?
you on the slow? Are you on the? What is?
Oh my god.
Oi, oi, oi! How far are we expected to go here?
I think someone set a timer for a minute.
Wait, wait, wait. Oh, well, that wasn't very good.
I can't see anything. It's all gray.
How do I change the refresh rate again? M plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you want fast plus plus
Dude,
plus?
I can't see for, oh, hold on. Okay, I turned my contrast down. This is definitely
Where
better.
am I? Where are you, Linus?
Don't worry about it. Okay, this is going way more better now that I can actually see any of what I'm doing.
I should beat Linus. It'd be embarrassing, right?
No, you're not gonna, dude, you're not gonna beat me.
No! No!
3, 2, 1. All right.
No! Okay.
I'm at 112.
I'm at 1-9.
I don't know what I'm at.
You almost were there. 111.
111. So I was at 110.
So clearly that's proof that color does improve your gaming performance.
Yeah, not just that, but once I was able to tune it, the limited ghosting compared to the first gen one is definitely better. Like, this is very usable compared to what poor Sammy was dealing with over there. With that said, I'm not getting much of the benefit of the colorness of it at this point.
No.
Wow, now that I look at that.
It looks so much better.
Of course, no one is buying this thing for gaming, and if you are the sort of person who has a use case that can benefit from it, you know who you are. Say, for example, if what you do is review documentation all day for a living, something like this could be worth the investment, and investment it will be. The color Paperlike is worth about $1,650 US, which somehow is less than Dasung's equivalent non-color e-ink monitor. But with the trade-offs that are inherent to the technology, I can see how they would view these two displays as equal, if not the same. I guess the question now is, color e-ink, it's definitely a thing. So why hasn't Amazon released a color e-reader yet? With the Kindle brand recognition that they have, they could charge a fortune for a color version. But if I had to guess, I'd say it probably comes down to the lack of brightness and the poor performance in both black and white, and especially grayscale. So for the time being, you'll have to turn to competitors like Kobo, who we'll have linked in the video description, along with Dasung, if you're the sort of person to whom this is appealing, and our sponsor,
War Thunder. If you're gonna watch explosions, you may as well do it from the comfort of your couch. War Thunder is a free-to-play PvP with a focus on realistic vehicles and immersive PvP combat. Every single one of their vehicles is modeled after their real-world counterparts, which means you can get behind the wheel of some of the most famous tanks, planes, and ships to have ever been made. Now, if locking yourself in a metal box and going head-to-head sounds a little intimidating, don't worry, there are game modes for the more casual newcomers as well. And with features like their damage X-ray view, you can quickly get better at the game. It lets you see exactly how you've done damage to enemy vehicles to help you play to their weaknesses and your strengths in the next match. Plus, it's available on PC, Mac, PlayStation, and Xbox. So join over 70 million other players from all around the globe for free right now by clicking our link in the description.
if you guys enjoyed this video, check out our video on what might be the superior unlit display, the RLCD monitor by Sunvision Display. It's kind of bad.
It's better than either of these.
But it's really cool.